In the mid-7th century, the Tibetan plateau was home to a fierce, expanding superpower. Under the military genius of its 33rd emperor, King Songtsen Gampo, the newly unified Tibetan Empire was rewriting the geopolitical map of Central Asia. Yet this massive empire faced a silent crisis. It had no written words, no records, no treaties written in its own tongue. Governance relied on oral messages, notched wood, and knotted cords. King Songtsen Gampo knew that brute military force was not enough to sustain an empire. He envisioned a literate civilization, a legal code, and a way to bring the profound spiritual texts of Buddhism to his people. To achieve this, he turned to his most brilliant young minister, Thonmi Sambhota. In the year 632, the king handed Sambhota a fortune in gold dust and issued a historic command. Travel south to the scorching plains of India, learn the arts of language, and bring back a script for Tibet. The expedition was a journey of absolute peril. Sambhota and 16 young companions crossed the freezing, high-altitude passes of the Himalayas, battling altitude sickness and bandits. But their greatest enemy wasn't the mountains. It was the climate of the lowlands. For high-altitude Tibetans, the intense tropical heat, stifling humidity, and exotic diseases of India were lethal. One by one, Sambhota's companions fell ill and perished, isolated and grieving, but driven by a promise to his king, Sambhota pushed forward alone. He found shelter in India's great centers of learning, studying under the master linguist Lipikara. For years, Sambhota immersed himself in the complexities of Sanskrit grammar and ancient phonetics. Then came the monumental task of creation. Spoken Tibetan was fundamentally different from Indian languages. Using the Brahmi and Gupta scripts as a visual blueprint, Sambhota meticulously engineered a completely new writing system tailored strictly to the Tibetan throat. He forged 30 consonants. He designed 4 precise vowel signs to sit above and below the characters. He introduced a single dot, the tesheg, to cleanly separate each syllable. But he didn't stop at an alphabet. Sambhota composed 8 master manuals on grammar. 2 of those texts, the Sumkupa and the Takijukpa, remain the absolute backbone of classical Tibetan education to this very day. Years after he left, the lonely scholar returned to the royal court of Lhasa. When King Songtsen Gampo saw the beauty and precision of the new script, he was deeply moved. The emperor entered a strict 3-year academic retreat, stepping away from state affairs to study directly under Sambhota, becoming the first literate ruler of Tibet. With a single language established, the grand translation of thousands of Buddhist texts began, preserving an ancient spiritual inheritance that would otherwise have been lost to time. Thonmi Sambhota did not just build an alphabet, he gave an empire its voice, securing the cultural identity of Tibet for the next 1,300 years.